In the picturesque rural landscapes where sprawling fields meet vibrant communities, a remarkable organization is empowering a generation of young minds by cultivating a sustainable future through agroecology and permaculture. With their unwavering dedication to bridging education and farming practices, the schools and colleges Permaculture in Zimbabwe, SCOPE, has become a beacon of hope for countless rural schools, uplifting communities and transforming the way we view agricultural education.
Vana vari kunzi ngavaite self sustenance, saka vana vakutogona. Ndikakudzai kuti vamwe vabereki vanototiudza kuti vana vane magardens avo kudzimba, vanotorima. Unotonzwa chinzi mwana arima matomatoes ake, mwana arima chakati.
Ini ndakadzidzawo kuti mvura inochengetedzwa haingosiwe ichierera, tinoharvesta togadzirawo masquares edu. Even kumba vakutoona change kuti mwana ane zvakudzidza kuchikoro. Ndakutovadza kuti gogo aiwa mvura hairege ichienda, tinogadzira magardens, tane manutrition garden kumba. Kuno kuchikoro futi akuziva kuti madoors, magates afana kushatiwa and the like. So zvese zvatiri kuita kumba tiri kuzvitawo. Maherbs atei tino kuno kuchikoro tombokumbirana sei tombonotewo masembo kumba community yakubenefita kuti vana vane zvavakuita kuchikoro.
At the same time ndiri kuona kuti they are going green. Kuti vari kudya organic yega, they don't use fertilizers.
Zimbabwe, like many African nations, faces numerous challenges in its agricultural sector. Unsustainable farming practices, lack of access to resources, and climate change have all taken a toll on food security. However, a local organization saw an opportunity to make a difference by introducing permaculture into rural schools, combining traditional farming techniques with modern sustainability practices. Through their innovative permaculture projects, they are cultivating sustainable futures for the next generation.
As an organization, we value stakeholder participation. Thus, we are working very closely with SCOPE Zimbabwe. We've been into schools, educating school children about sustainable waste management. We're talking of waste separation at source. We're talking of waste recycling. That actually benefits the school children as they grow. They'll be knowing what to do when it comes to the management of the environment.
We have to create that knowledge from the youngsters so that they grow up managing the existing forests and also plant more trees so that we can achieve our targets. Further, I think the issue of deforestation, forest degradation affects every person because forests cut across quite a number of sectors. For example, water sector. If we destroy our forests, then we can have challenges of what we call groundwater recharge, and also we can have challenges of surface water through soil erosion. So it affects every person. So it's very, very important that we work together with our partners and impart that knowledge to our kids.
Led by passionate educators and volunteers, the schools and colleges Permaculture has implemented permaculture projects across multiple rural schools, transforming barren lands into thriving organic gardens that provide food, education, and hope.
Here, as you can see, this place initially, yakanga ichingoribana, we all remember, there was only grass and there was nothing fertile. But through the knowledge that we have got of using our spaces through the program, the integrated land use design, we are now changing our land use patterns. As you can see, it's no longer grass. We are now cultivating a number of stuff.
Inyaya yakagona kubatsira zvikuru even madzidziro evana vedu because zvinji zvacho zvavari kusangana nazvo zvine chekuita nepermaculture zviri integrated in their syllabus. Saka zviri kuita kuti at least vagone kuita catch up nezvidzidzo zvavo, and at the same time zviri kuita kuti ivo vakwanise kuva vana vanozova self-reliant.
Ndine muti dzangu dzandikadzidziswa namedheme yedu kudyara, asi ndikaenda kumba ndakanodzidyara. chikafu chatinodya pano tinorima gadheni yedu iyo tine magadheni 2 imwe nefence neimwe isina. Tinodya panapa to stay healthy body is a healthy mind and it produces results.
Pasati pava nechirongwa ichi vana vedu vakanga vasina utano hwakanaka. Vana vedu vanga vachibatiwa vane kwashi, vamwe vachitokundikana kuya kuchikoro nenyaya yekushayiwa chikafu. Saka pakazouya feeding program iko zvino hatina dambudziko, vana vedu vari kuguta vari kuya kuchikoro. Pakazouyawo chirongwa chescope ichi vakauya nemaherbs. Maherbs ari kutibetsera zvizhinji pautano hwevana. Panapa pane dambudziko revana vanga vachitambura nezvifuva, vamwe vachingorwara zvirwere zvisingahwisisiki. Saka pakazouya maherbs, vana vedu vava neutano hwakanaka. Nyangwe tikabuda kuenda kumasports vana vedu vanowanikwa vachikunda. Vanenge vakasimba vasina dambudziko mukati menyama dzavo, vanenge vasina dambudziko futi renzara.
Through hands-on training, students learn valuable skills such as composting, water conservation, and seed preservation. These practices not only promote self-sufficiency, but also empower the community to grow their own nutritious food.
Inogadzikwa totanga kusaleya yezvitanda pasi kuitira kuti mhepo ipinde zvakanaka. Toisa leya yemajanga, toisa dota, todira mvura, topa maimwe leyazvo yemajanga kana kuti yenyemba, toisa topa kudira mvura kusvikira yakura. Kana toda kuona kuti yaibva takaisa chigreen stick, tozvomora chigreen stick, tochibata kana tikahwa ichipisa toziva kuti yaita, asi kana chichitonhora toziva kuti haina kuibva, totanga imwezve compost pacho. Kana yaita toisawo kumuriwo wedu kuti ifidhire muriwo. Inotibatsira kuti muriwo yedu ikure neutano hwakanaka.
Iyi inonzi A-frame yatiri kushandisa panapa kutaridza panonyanya kumanya nemvura. Saka takashandisa matanda edu mairi aya. Hazvina basa kuti akareba zvakadii, asi kunoku ndokwatinoisa 1 mita. Totsvaga pakati pe1 mita ndopatinozoisa tambo inobva kuno musoro inozotiratidza pakati kana tambo yedu yangoenda pakati ndozvinoratidza kuti mvura yedu iri kunyanya kumanya nepapa yanaya iya.
So here we got our flow polish, which we made ourselves. Our teachers told us the procedure, but us as learners did it ourselves. So here are the ingredients we used. We boiled our water till it was very, very hot. Then after that, we inserted our candles, and when the candles were melted into liquid wax, we then took out the strings and then we stirred it. Then after that, we let the water cool, and then we inserted our paraffin, because if you insert your paraffin whilst it's on a hot surface, you might get burnt. So after that, we mixed it. Then we put cooking oil in place of for it to give the flow a nice shine. Then we put our lemon as well, and then we stirred it and put it into our very own containers. And if you smell it, it smells like very own flow polish, and it also feels like very own flow polish, as you can see. So after the flow polish, we decided to make our very own CJR skin protector. It's very safe to use and it makes your skin very, very smooth. I recommend it myself.
The impact of the permaculture projects extend to communities that have embraced these sustainable practices. The surplus produce allows families to generate income, improving their livelihoods and giving them a sense of pride and independence.
Isusu tiri kutozvigamuchira zvakanyanyisa, ende necommunity yedu yehozheri yakazvigamuchira zvakanyanyisa zvokuti pane zvimwe zvavanotobetserawo, vanotoshuwira, vanototi kana paine zvinoitwa kuna head zvinoenderana neizvozvo zvescope, tidaidzei tibetserane nevana, tichibetserana nechikoro, nekuti vari kuona kuti zviri kuvandudza vana vedu. Nesuwo vacho vabereki tichitodzidza nevamwe vaya vari trend nevasiri trend. Vasiri trend vanenge vachitodzidziswawo nevaya vakatrainiwa. kune vabereki vakatrainiwa sesu kudai tine zvakawanda zvatakadzidza saka tinenge taakutopawo ruzivo kune vamwe vaya vasina chavakadzidza saka vanhu vari kuona kukosha kwescope.
All the surrounding villagers who into the project, they now have their own portion within the project. And if you can see just behind that other block, there is a community garden there. And each member who is nearby the school, otherwise we can say all the people residing within a kilometer radius of the school have a portion in that particular area. So in a way to safeguard their own produce, they also safeguard everything that is at the school.
Tirikuona zviri kubatsira zvikuru somuenzaniso ndingati takabatsirana navana kuvakurudzira pamwe chete navadzidzisi kuti kurimwe bhinzi dzakasangana nenyemba iko zvino dzakakohwewa dziripo pano pachikoro vari kudzishandisa sousavi. Chibagwe changa chirimo chakarimwa vari kutorya sadza, saka zvinobatsira zvikuru nokuti mwana akabva adla kuchikoro kumba unongoiwa kuti nofu zvobva zvasevhari wodura redu izvi.
Akatikoshera kuti vana at the end of the day vanokwanisa kuti vanoziva kuti zvakakosha kuti paenvironment pauri pakwanise kukuchengeta, so you'll be using every space iripo.
The schools and colleges Permaculture's mission is simple yet profound: to instill the principles of permaculture and agroecology within school curricula, immersing students in innovative, nature-centered approaches to agriculture. By integrating these sustainable farming techniques into classrooms, they aim to inspire a new generation of environmentally conscious leaders who understand the importance of harmonizing with nature.
Yakatidzidzisa kuti kana tichirima muriwo pane tinogona kushayiwa mari yekutenga mapesticides, asi kana tikashayiwa mari yekutenga mapesticides tikasanganisa mupovo, tikasanganisa maonion, tikasanganisa magarlic, pane zvimwe mapests anoataka covo asi asingakwanisi kuwithstanda presence yegarlic. Saka izvozvo zvinodetsera kuti mapests asabate muriwo wedu kana kuti asabate chirimwa chedu chatinenge takasanganisa ipapo. Zvakare kana tine huku tiri kutora mufudze wedu kubva kuhuku tichiisa mamuriwo, saka ndo zvinhu zvatakadzidza, zvinhu zvatakangoigumawa, asi kunyanya zvemu-intercropping tanga tisina ruzivo nazvo.
Project inonzi inoita enhance food nutrition, donzvo rokuti grow your own, eat your own. So we are producing our food pano pachikoro tichivandudza nyaya yenutrition kuvana vanodzidza kurima macrops akasiyana siyana vachishandisa inonzi iyo intercropping. Saka vari kudaro tinovadzidzisa from ECD up to grade 7.
So this idea irikubudiswa navanascope of making everything green, making sure that vana vanozvirimira iri kutibatsira isusu vana vedu, they are now doing it hands on, and at the same time the community on its own, they are also busy coming vachidzidza they are implementing that information kumba kwavo.
One of the organization's flagship projects is in Shirugwi district, revolutionizing the way students learn about agriculture. By transforming sections of school grounds into interactive and productive gardens, children are given a hands-on experience with sustainable farming practices. These living classrooms serve as vibrant hubs of biodiversity, awash with an array of colorful flowers, aromatic herbs, and thriving vegetable patches. Here, students learn not just from textbooks, but also from the living ecosystem surrounding them, fostering a deep appreciation for the interconnectedness of all life.
We color program that has been launched by the government. We can easily, the teacher can easily assign a color to a child. For example, if we want to teach the concept of compost, we easily take our kids to the compost. They know how to, the levels, the steps of making compost through this program again. And also the concept of intercropping. Intercropping, as you can see, we are intercropping our vegetables with garlic. And these crops are free from aphids. So all these our kids, also fertility trenches, we are doing that, and mulching also It's a concept in agriculture, even in science. So we are interlinking that. Then also our kids, we teach them how to market our crops. Then how to balance the ledger book of our income, financial income that is coming into the school. They know how to balance input versus output. So that is mathematics now.
Scope yakatidzidzisa kuti munhu anokwanisa kuzvishandira oga, odya chikafu chake oga ari pamba pake achizvibikira oga. Plus takadzidza kuti ukazvirimira oga zvinhu zvako zviri organic haukurumidze kufa.
Project inobata subject rimwe nerimwe, masciences inenge iriko ku-English chaiko inowanikwa iriko zvose, ndingati masubjects ose scope inobata. Saka pass rate yedu ndinovimba kuti icharamba ichingoimprove nokuda kweproject iyoyi.
Some of the ideas when we are teaching heritage, there is integration, and even the learners, they know how to respect trees, even peppers, because they know there's life after waste management.
This program is a good concept because the feeding program, they should have at least one goat meal per day, per week at any school. It's a needs because we now have our own vegetables. We now have our own beans, our own cowpeas. Taongotora tichibanza kunofeedha vana pachibage chatiripiwa negovernment nechimwe chatiri kutsvaga kubva kuvana mavegetables zvave easy, even mari yekugayisa. We are now managing to sell maplants edu like matomatoes atinawo tinotengesa tave kutonogayisa.
Ukaitarisa curriculum yedu iri competence based curriculum. Competence ndofunga ndo zvinoreva nyaya yemaskills. Saka kana tichitarisa maskills ndo atiri kuvapa pano, saka tiri kuona sokunonzi zviri kuindirana chaizvo curriculum.
Through farm visits, workshops and mentorship programs, they encourage students and the youths to actively participate in community-led initiatives, working alongside lead farmers to create regenerative landscapes and implement sustainable farming techniques. These hands-on experiences give students and the youths a sense of agency and instills a profound understanding of the symbiotic relationship between agriculture and environmental preservation.
This program is actually our curriculum extension program through non-formal education. This program has actually enabled us as ministry to enhance our outreach program to the out-of-school youth, where we go and continue to interact and teach them survival skills. It is impressive to note that from this program, there are certain traits which have been inculcated in them. They have become more responsible in the sense that they are now able to run their own projects and also reap some yield from there, so as to improve their livelihoods. Not only their livelihoods, but the livelihoods of the communities where they're coming from.
We expect to see more of self-reliance from the schools and these youths, moving away from reliance from scope, becoming independent on their own, creating a lot of these income-generating projects, growing big and growing commercial, and earning a living. And even in the end, employing other people.
Ndadzidza kuti tikita maproject kumaschool akasiyana siyana tine machallenges atisangana nawo, zvimwe tine maadvantages. Takatanga ku advantage yatatanga sangana nayo ndiye kudzidza kuuchikwa mbeu, kuchengetedzwa kwembeu kwakanaka, kuchengetedza mvura kana dzichifamba muminda, tisingakosti mari yekutenga mbeu nekutenga mafertilizers.
As the permaculture movement gains momentum, an international symposium that saw various local, regional, and international scholars, environmentalists, and educators converge in Mount Hamden, where discussions were held on seeding local cultures and scholarly papers presented advocating for a future where sustainable farming practices are integrated into national policies with the goal to ensure food security, promote environmental preservation, and empower rural communities.
The ministry is clear on its position with regards to the importance of agriculture and the environment as well as cultural issues. Agriculture does not only provide sustenance for our communities, but also shapes our traditions, rituals, and ways of life. However, in the face of increasing environmental challenges and the homogenization of global food systems, it is crucial that we come together to promote sustainable agricultural practices that preserve and celebrate our diverse cultural heritage in our communities, and this should be grounded within our education system.
Currently, the president was in Dubai for COP, it's COP28, I think. We discussed climate change, and I think he mentioned that there should be high level of participation and inclusion in the syllabuses. But we are saying, from a scope point of view, when it came up with its facilitator study, it had identified some critical gaps in the school syllabus. And it is those particular topics which are community related and which also addresses the SDG 4 expectations that you would find with that our competence-based curriculum is about skills, it's about productivity, and it is exactly that guideline that SCOPE operates for.
How do we create a space and an education system that helps the learners to be able to really make real change? So yes, this is the future that we want, to really make the schools become green, demonstration centers where the communities around them are able to learn something and the whole communities become green and transformed.
The activities that you as students, as teachers, as school development committee, as the musicians from Pochai and other areas were all useful in coming up with our paper that we presented that eventually made us win this award. So it means this award is not just a scope award. This award is all of us award. We are very grateful for the joint participation.
Our duty also as universities is to transmit this information so that it's not just local, but it's internationalized so that we get more awards.
But the purpose is for us to meet our national development policies.
I'm very, very honored to have been a part of this. I'm looking forward to also engaging with more policymakers so that they can hear our cries, our demands. We want change. We want positive change in the communities. We want the children to learn more about how they can love the environment harmoniously.
This conference had multiple objectives. So one of them was to empower the schools with participatory action research skills, so that they can be able to learn from what they are doing, so that they can generate information as they implement the programs, document the information, and then share.
I should say Zimbabwe is one of the founders of permaculture. Even I think Bill Morrison, the father of permaculture, when he came to Africa, the first people to participate in the course of Bill Morrison, they came from here. One of them, I think, used to be the owner of this farmland. So we are copying from Zimbabwe, being the pioneers of permaculture. So for us, we are learning a lot of things from Zimbabwe.
Honestly speaking, permaculture is the way to go, because it has all the answers that we need concerning the El Nino or all the climatic shocks or effects that we are receiving right now. But as permaculturists, we didn't need to embrace it more to the community that they should embrace it. We need to create more opportunities like this one, the conference, I think is a good platform for others to learn. So if we can do more of these conferences out there, people will really know and understand why it is important to adopt a permaculture, because through permaculture we can win the fight of climate change effects.